on changing locations and shit. Man, get into this motherfucking bag. Stand on the way, I mean. Sacrificing time for this shit, man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I hit the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I
y'all, man. It's your boy Henny DeMoore reporting live from the liquor store, man. How's everybody doing today? And this is Cowboys Convos, man, where we have conversations about the Dallas Cowboys. Now, I shouldn't be on here alone. LandLord will be here momentarily. You know, he got to make a ligament drop off. So Cuz is going to be in here with us, you know, to kick it off on our lunch break so we can enjoy ourselves and get a little tipsy. On the Dallas Cowboys content, man. Salute to Izzy in the building, man. Salute to Miss Regina Green with the green in the building. Salute to Texas T in the building, man. Salute to, who else is in the building with me, man? Nigel Wanza, 864 Cowboys fan. Miss Regina Green. Texas T. Salute to everybody, man. Hey, y'all know the usual rules and regulations when you tap in with your independent content creators, man. Like, first and foremost, when y'all slide in here, we need y'all to hit that like button. The more likes that we get on the platform, the more that YouTube is gonna rock with us and push that content out to other folks, man. So you wanna see the liquor store do well, you wanna see the trap do well, you wanna see us grow and prosper, please, 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 you know, hit that like button. After you hit that like button, make sure you turn right back around and hit that share if you care. Because when you share the content, it's like an invitation. You inviting folks in. You want them to also consume the content. So if you got love for us, man, share it. Matter of fact, share it 7 times. You see how Nigel put them 7 championship trophies? We is back manifesting inside the liquor store, man. We is back manifesting inside the liquor store, man. If you want the Dallas Cowboys to win a championship, you know, share it 7 times, drop 7 emojis in the chat box, slap up 7 Eagles fans because they in their feelings, they hurt, they sad, because they quarterback fucking sucks. Yeah. And listen, man, he said drink some Pepsi, some Coke, some Dr. Pepper. Listen, if you don't participate in alcoholic beverages, then it's fine. While we, you know, partaking some wine, you can have you a cola, you can drink some Kool-Aid, you can drink you some iced tea, you know. As long as you're in the liquor store with us, man, we thugging. We thugging, I appreciate you. So, yeah, man. Breaking news, Jalen Hurts just threw another pick. Ooh. Yeah, listen, them niggas is mad at me. Them niggas mad as a motherfucker. Them niggas is mad as a hoe right now, man. Them niggas mad as a bitch because I said something about they weak ass quarterback. They up here and they too stupid to even realize what we talking about. I'm talking about playoffs, and they up here trying to pull up regular season stats. So them niggas can't read. Them niggas can't read. They on Fent. They eat shit. And they over there chilling with the pedophile. They got a big fat bad built pedophile over there in their community, man. So we don't fuck with them niggas like that. Them niggas eat shit. They rock with pedophiles. They on drugs, and they poor and ugly. So we don't give a fuck what the Eagles fan think about, man. And I ain't talking about all of them. Some of them are cool. But that's way too many shit-eating pedophile apologists over there, man, for me to give a fuck about them niggas. Yeah, you can drink some water, man. But yeah, we don't give a fuck about the Eagles, man. We don't give a fuck about none of them dick-eating, shit-eating, pedophile apologists, over there in Philly. Them niggas just want to do drugs and be mad that their team sucks. That's all they want to do. So, let's talk about it, man. Because we really here to talk about us. Fuck the Eagles and fuck anybody else. These last 4 weeks that the Dallas Cowboys got in the 2025 season is all about self-improvement and moving forward. Because the title of this shit is really self-explanatory, man. Like, defense is really what's winning championships. If the Dallas Cowboys defense does not turn around, we will not go where we want to go. And it comes back and it bites us in the ass every postseason. Every postseason, every postseason, the Dallas Cowboys run to a buzzsaw. They run to a team that can run the ball at them at a high clip. They give up over 100 yards on the ground. They're averaging about 30 points per game surrendered. And let's be fair to the defense. Because, not all of the points scored, was on the defense. So if you take out the two, well, no, not really. If you take out the one pick six that Dak Prescott threw in the postseason, they're still averaging 30 points. They're still averaging 30 points surrendered. So you just got to pray for them. And that's why we got to have a real deal conversation, man. Like, if we want to build a winning culture, a winning team, a winning program, as Shotty says, we got to figure out, how to fix this defense and to get them to play at a high level, get them to play at a high level when the postseason comes. Because as it stands right now, we've lost 5 playoffs games with Dak Prescott. They've allowed 30 points or more in 3 of them bitches. They've allowed 30 points or more in 3 of them bitches. And you cannot consistently win football games like that. And it's just not going to happen. So matter of fact, man, let's start there. Let's start with what this playoff defense has looked like, over the course of Dak Prescott's tenure. And these are just in the last 4 losses. Like, they did very good, against the Green Bay Packers the first time. When, Aaron Rodgers completed the 30-yard bomb on 3rd and 20 to set up the game-winning field goal against the Dallas Cowboys. And a heartbreaker where Dak and the offense ball, they scored 31 points. So, Dallas Cowboys, playoff defense in the last 4 losses. 2018, the motherfuckers ran for 273 yards and 3 touchdowns. 2021 versus the 49ers. They ran for 169 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2022 against the 49ers. Ran for 113 yards and a tutty. 2023 versus the Packers. 143 yards on the ground and 3 rushing touchdowns. So in totality, in the last 4 playoff losses the Dallas Cowboys faced, damn near 700 yards rushing and 9 rushing touchdowns. That is not a formula, for winning football. No matter what, a hater may have to say, because there are a lot of people that lay all of the postseason, debacles on Dak Prescott. I'm not saying that he's perfect. He's had some stinkers in the postseason. But he's also had some games where he played well enough to win and his defense has let him down. Right? More than one thing can be true at the same time. There were some postseason games where Dak Prescott could have been better. There were some postseason games where Dak Prescott played just fine and the motherfucker still lost. But what is the constant is more times than not, the playoff defense has not showed up. Whether it be the points scored, whether it be they no longer get sacks, whether it be they no longer get turnovers, with shit like that, you cannot consistently win football games. My boy said, would you put Rebel at safety? He continues to wear the knee brace next year. Listen, if he continues to wear the knee brace next year, I am using 2 first-round picks on the cornerback. If I get a report, that he still have to wear the knee brace, I got to go, get me 2 different, cornerbacks next year. I'll get me 2 different cornerbacks next year. But yeah, no, like Revel has to play corner. I don't think he's a safety. I don't think he's a safety. I think that he needs to get healthy. And if going forward, he still gotta wear the knee brace, I should say. Matter of fact, I might not even do that. I might just make them go in a room, with Trayvon Diggs. They gotta hash it out, hug it out, do whatever the fuck they gotta do. Maybe rework his contract and save a couple of dollars. But if we start hearing about the knee brace is a permanent thing with Siobhan Revel, I'm apologizing to Trayvon Diggs, and I'm asking him to be a Dallas Cowboy for life at that point. Yeah, nah, hey, Los Altos, you said it, not me, but hell nah. That back pedal was nefariously bad. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. But the defense got to get better before we can compete. Like, we've had some dope-ass offenses. We had some dope-ass offenses. Dak and them have been number 1. We done had some dynamic wide receivers. When Amari Cooper was here with CeeDee Lamb, that was a great receiving core. When we had Amari and Michael Gallup when he was healthy, and Randall Cobb, that was a great receiving core. And we still had Zeke. We've had some great offenses. But at the end of the day, when you're playing the best teams in the National Football League, and that's all you play in the postseason, you're going to need to be able to play some good defense. You're going to need to be able, to win, games where your offense don't always show up. Because it's not like your offense is going to play, like the 20th ranked defense most of the time, right? Or no shit like that. Well, shit, when they play us, they play a bad defense. But most times when you go into the postseason and you play opposing teams, you're going to play great defenses. And they're going to get stops. And they might force a turnover or 2. You need a defense that can hold serve as well. And the Dallas Cowboys, for the most part, have not had that. So we know for a fact that they have not been able to stop the run. This is not news. This is not news to anybody. But they also ain't been good at anything else. And there's 31 qualified teams that made the postseason since 2016. 31 because the Jets have not made the playoffs in almost 2 decades, right? So 31 teams. The Dallas Cowboys are 25th out of 31 teams, in terms of EPA per play on the defensive side of the ball. It's just fucking horrendous. They're 18th in success rate. Drop back EPA 21st. So, like how effective a team is from a drop back passing situation. Work toward the bottom. Drop back success rate 20th. Rush EPA is 27th out of 31 teams. Rush success rate is 20th. We're 20th in sacks. We're 17th in interceptions. And we're 18th in forced fumbles. So what I am trying to, tell you with all these fancy numbers and shit is the Dallas Cowboys are a bad overall playoff defense. They're one of the worst. They're one of the worst rushing defenses in the playoffs since Dak Prescott's been here. They're one of the worst passing defenses in the playoffs since Dak Prescott's been here. They don't get sacks in the postseason. They don't get interceptions in the postseason, and they do not force fumbles in the postseason. So since Dak Prescott has been the starting quarterback in 2016, they get to the postseason, and they don't do shit. Not a goddamn thing. They suck on every fucking level when it comes playoff time. Yeah, they're bottom feeders. You play Daniel Jones 2 times a year. You know, what was the other quarterback before Jaden Daniels with the Commanders? Was it Taylor Heineke? You play Taylor Heineke 2 times a year. You play Daniel Jones 2 times a year. You know, Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts. You know, you get 6 games to get them niggas at quarterback. You know, then you have some other motherfuckers thrown in there. So of course they out there hooping. Of course they putting up numbers. Of course they balling out in the postseason. I mean, in the regular season. But when the postseason comes around and you got to fuck with Aaron Rodgers, you know, you got to fuck with Tom Brady, you got to fuck with the 49ers and their offensive scheme and Shanahan, like shit ain't a cakewalk no more. And you start seeing all the shit that they were doing in the regular season sort of dissipate and disappear into thin air. Right? So my point is this, man. I know that if we don't have a good defense, we're not going any fucking where. So what I got to see, you know, from this team in these last 4 games, what I got to see from this team in the last 4 games, you know, is them to go out here, you know, and perform. Because there is a standard that must be met. There's a standard. Now, we're not going to play amazing quarterbacks outside of Justin Herbert. Like, Justin Herbert is the best quarterback left to play for the season. But Justin Herbert's dealing with a broken hand. Justin Herbert is going to have one hand for the rest of the way. His hand is fucked up. Right? His non-throwing hand, but still. That causes issues with ball security, all kinds of things, right? Like, he's gonna be affected by that. You're going to play J.J. McCarthy. You're going to play an injured Justin Herbert. If Jaden Daniels play, he's not going to be 100% because he's coming back from an injury. You're going to play Jackson Dart without his primary weapon of Malik Neighbors. So point being, like, this is an audition, you know, going the rest of the way, you know, for Eberflus and our defense. How they perform these last 4 games matters. Because we have to start now in weeding out who deserves to be a Dallas Cowboy and wear that star on the side of their helmet and perform. We're going to need to do that. We are going to need to do that. Because when the shit gets real and we're playing good teams and good quarterbacks and it's a do or die situation, you know, and it's win or go home, you know, we're going to have to see who the fuck it is, you know, that we can count on and depend on. Because our playoff pedigree, with what we've done these last couple of years, is not going to cut it. It's just not fucking good enough. It just ain't good enough, bro. And listen, I know that we play the Vikings, and we'll touch on the Vikings momentarily. They said that Philip Rivers can make a comeback and choking Tony Romo. Hey, listen, if Tony want to bring his ass out the booth and, you know, try to make something shake, I ain't mad at that, man. I fuck with Tony still. It be feel like he doing a little bit of hating sometimes, but, you know, I fuck with Tony. But, dog, J.J. McCarthy is currently the worst. Is currently considered the worst starting quarterback in the National Football League. That is what they think about J.J. McCarthy right now. This is what they say. McCarthy had the best start of his young career in a 31-0 win over the Washington Commanders. 163 yards and 3 touchdown passes on 16 of 23 passing. However, he still has a long way to go as he ranks dead last in the NFL in completion percentage, 56%. Touchdown interception ratio 9-10, awful. Passer rating of a 67.4. And he is really ranked 34 of all qualified passers. Yeah, man. We going home. Them boys gonna fold. Yeah, they should have been a little bit more aggressive in the Lions game. I agree with that. But yeah, man, JJ McCarthy is one of the worst quarterbacks in the National Football League right now. So there's a standard, right? There's a standard. When you play a bad quarterback, you make them look like a bad quarterback. You don't give this team hope. You know that they got something at the quarterback position. You rattle him, you confuse him, you discombobulate his ass, you turn him over, and you dominate. When you have a young quarterback who is not and listen, even I know, that he doesn't look like it, but JJ McCarthy in college was a run-first quarterback. He was a run-first quarterback. He is not no guy that's going to sit back and dissect the defense and accurately deliver the football and all this other bullshit. That's not who the fuck he is. That is not who the fuck he is. JJ will get, yeah. So listen, I'm looking at Eberflus. I'm looking at the defense as a whole, man. Because I'm gonna be 1,000 with y'all, man. Whoever goes out this bitch and balls in these last 4 games, I want them back. Who was ever out there playing like ass or below average, you can hit free agency for all I give a fuck. That's how I'm looking at the defense moving forward, man. That's how I'm looking at the defense in these last 4 games, man. Can he do it? He's done it before. And this is the thing that pisses me off about Matt Eberflus. I'm finna rehydrate real quick and then I'll give you my thoughts. Can Flus do that? He's done it numerous times before in his career. There's been times this year where he had a good defensive game plan. You know what I mean? The problem is that he's fucking hard-headed. He doesn't do disguises enough. He doesn't pressure enough, knowing that he does not have 4 guys that can rush and consistently win on a snap-by-snap basis. He's too stubborn. He's too stuck in his ways. And that's the thing I want people to understand about the National Football League. It's not the fact that Matt Eberflus just plays zone. Every team in the National Football League, by the splits, play zone more than they play man, because it is hard as fuck to stay with NFL wide receivers man-to-man all day. Like, if you go and you look at the comparison, everybody in the National Football League plays more zone than man. But it's the frequency in which he plays, zone. Most teams are playing zone 60, 65, 70% of the time. Matt Eberflus is playing zone like 87% of the motherfucking time. That's the issue. If that shit dropped down to like 30% man, 70% zone, you will see a better team. Matt Eberflus does not use enough disguises, because when he lines up, the shit is cover 3. The shit is Tampa 2, and it's easy to dissect. All these other teams have better game plans. They have better, curveballs. They might show you zero, a zero blitz, and that shit cover 2. They might show you cover 2, and that shit is actually, a man blitz. They might be blitzing. They might be blitzing, a nickel, and they got everybody else lined up, man across the board. He needs to work on his disguise. He needs to work on his play calling splits. He needs to work on his blitz percentages. Like, the shit that I need Matt Eberflus to do is not even hard. The plays that you have, that work, run them bitches a little bit more. Tone down the amount of zone that you use. And when you are using zone, don't make it a stagnant look. If you're in cover 3, don't show cover 3. Show cover 4 or some shit. If you're in cover 4, don't show cover 4. Show cover 1. Do something. So where they don't have you completely diagnosed and figured out before the ball is snapped. And that's what Dak Prescott does. Dak Prescott, even when defenses are disguised, uses his pre-snap cadence, uses motions, and he gets some keys and some reads on what opposing defense is doing. Make it harder, make it harder for opposing offenses to diagnose what you're doing and how to attack you. What's up, Doomsday? He said, Henny always believed the Cowboys were going to make a run at a Super Bowl in 2026. Do you agree? And how do we fix this defense in the offseason? Get better players. And I'm not saying that to be facetious or nothing like that. I just think where we want to go as a team, going to the Super Bowl, we don't have all the players on defense yet to do that. You need better. You need better linebacker play outside of Overshown. You need better linebacker play. You need better safety play. And you're probably going to need another cornerback at this point, man. You're probably going to need another cornerback. You're probably going to need another linebacker. You're probably going to need another safety. And you may need another edge at this point, man. You may need another edge at this point, man. So we'll see. But you need better personnel in there. Like we got the trenches. If we keep Quentin Williams and Osa and Kenny Clark, and we develop, the other guys. Like I like our interior defensive line. If DeMarvin Overshown, stays healthy, I like him out there at one of the linebacker spots. If Eazy-E continues to develop, he can hold down one of the edge spots. But Clowney is going to be a free agent next year. Sam Williams will be a free agent next year. Dante Fowler will be a free agent next year. Marshawn Nealon, has passed away. He's no longer with us. So the Dallas Cowboys will be down 4 of the defensive end that took snaps for them this year. The only other defensive end that I think is under contract is James Houston. You know what I mean? So like the Dallas Cowboys going to need another edge. We're going to need another edge. We're going to need some corners. We're going to need a safety. We're going to need another linebacker. The thing that we got to do to improve this team is go into free agency, address some of these needs, and then what we don't address in free agency, we take our ass into the draft. We got 2 first-round picks, 2 top 32 players will be at our disposal in the draft. We use those 2 first-round picks to fix the defense. Everything else on offense is fine. You got if you re-sign George Pickens, you're good. Like everything else on offense is fine. If Tyler Guyton can come back, you evaluate what he does in these last 4 games, and if he's shown that he making the jump, to be somebody you can trust and rely on, then you leave him out there. You got to evaluate Nate Thomas at the other tackle spot. And listen, Clowney's not young. Clowney might retire. That's one thing that we also gotta think about. Like if Clowney want to come and be a part of it, I'm down with it. I'm down with it. But if Clowney wants to retire and he don't think he want to play football no more, then shit, man, I can't force him to play. I can't force Cuz to stay down with us. Yeah, I go get Quincy Williams. Cause listen, I heard there was rumors that the Dallas Cowboys wanted Quincy when they were trading for Quentin. I believe there was a rumor that they wanted him, and he'll be a free agent. Like you said, he'll be a free agent. He get to come down south and play with his brother. Dallas is way closer to Alabama, than New York. So I think that would work out. I think Quincy needs a change of scenery. I think that would help him out a lot. You know what I mean? So yeah, like you need better players. How you acquire them better players, it depended. It really need to be a combination of both. You need to go out in free agency and see if you can plug some of these holes, because you're gonna need another starting strong safety. I don't think that you just give the job to Marquise Bell. I don't think he played well enough to just get the job handed to him this year. And y'all know I fuck with Marquise Bell. Marquise Bell, my nigga. I love me some Marquise Bell. But Marquise Bell has not done enough this year to just get handed the starting strong safety job when Donovan Wilson leaves next year, because he'll be a free agent. Like, I know we hate Dono, but Dono won't be here next year, so there's no need to talk about it. All the Dallas Cowboys got to do is not re-sign Donovan Wilson. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be off the team. You ain't got to even talk about it. He just won't be here if you don't extend a contract to him. Right? But in replacing somebody like Donovan Wilson, I don't think the answer is currently on the team. I like Marquise Bell. He played well at linebacker for me. And maybe you could consider moving him back to linebacker to take some snaps. But his work at box safety has left a lot to be desired. His work at box safety has left a lot to be desired. And I'm not saying that he's just been god-awful, but, I expected there to be a huge difference in between, him and Donovan Wilson, and there just wasn't. And if we're mad at Donovan Wilson for his level of play, what Marquise Bell gives you at the position, you can't be happy with. You gotta want better. And I agree, T-Jack. Keep Marquise Bell around for depth. He'll be a good depth piece. There's nothing wrong with keeping him around for depth to see what he can do for you. Rotational guy, special team guy. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind him. I would not mind him at all. Oh, shit. He emerged from the crack smoke. It's my nigga LandLord, man.
What's happening?
Man, I can't call it. I was just sitting here telling folks how defense win championships and shit, and we don't got one of them right now.
Have we had one in the last, several years?
I mean, we could go back to Tony Romo if you wanted to, but, like, in the Dak Prescott tenure, this is what your defense done. And I showed this before. But they're not good at anything in the postseason, LandLord.
That's why we not good in the postseason.
And do you know something that I found out recently? Because, there's a lot of people that talk about Dak, and he has had some down playoff games. Do you know this nigga got the 9th highest EPA in the postseason since 1999?
Good Lord. Now, let's be fair. You know me.
Mm-hmm.
Is most of that boosted up off the Tampa Bay game, or has he consistently just played good?
Consistently. Because, it's not...
I feel like he has, but I'm just asking for the haters in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because EPA is not very fickle. Because if you he didn't have a good EPA in like the last Green Bay Packers game. I know a lot of people he's had them yards and touchdowns. That was an awful performance by Dak Prescott, and all the event metrics show that his QBR was bad, his EPA was bad. Like, just because he had 300 yards or 3 touchdowns, it doesn't mean he played a good game. But games like the first Packers game, he had a good QBR, good EPA, all that shit. The Rams game, good QBR, good EPA. Tampa Bay game, good EPA, good QBR. He's played a lot of games, in the postseason where he was not half bad and they still lost.
And all these other quarterbacks playing mediocre and winning Super Bowls.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like,
not all of them, but, there are a lot.
Because I got a theory, man.
What's your theory? Tell me about your theory. I love science, so let me know.
Dak it's going to take, for me to believe that this defense is Super Bowl ready, it's going to take Dak Prescott having an absolute disaster class in the postseason and them niggas still winning for me to believe, like, you know what? We got it. Because you know what? That's what happened to Peyton Manning. Because people forget the narratives around Peyton Manning before the nigga won.
What do you mean? You talking about late old Manning, or you talking about Manning period?
Like, niggas, they were talking crazy about Peyton Manning before he won that championship.
I don't know why. Peyton was always great to me.
They say he's a postseason choker. Because remember, Tom Brady came Brady came in out of nowhere. He won three championships, and that nigga didn't win his first playoff game till like his 6th season. You know what I mean? Like that makes sense. He was going through it.
But like that's when your football IQ come into play and you realize that it's a team sport. You know what I'm saying? Peyton could have been individually great, but his organization didn't set him up to be successful in the playoffs. Two things can be true.
Now, so let me show you something. Let me show you something, man, about
I just want to know, a lot of people that feel that way, have you ever worked with a team in a team setting? Because your ass done did a science project where you ain't do no work and you got a good grade. You know what I'm saying? Most of the people that watch our show, you probably a man and you probably was an athlete more than like an ex-athlete. You did something. And y'all know that we weren't doing all the work. You know what I'm saying? It was somebody that was shouldering the load that was in that group that held you down. You know what I'm saying? You had to concentrate on practice and all that. That's how the team sport is. Like, you got a good grade because you was in the group. You know what I'm saying? That's how Jalen Hurts lived his life. You know what I'm saying? That's how Brad Johnson, like, he went viral on Twitter, on his Twitter post, talking about, y'all make sure y'all go follow him on there. That's how he got his accolades, because, you know, he was a part of a group, a great group. So that's just like Josh Allen said to us that year. He said, I feel like I was in the class experiment and I ain't do no work. And
exactly.
I still got an A.
They just ran the ball all day. He was disappointed.
That was a great analogy by Josh, because they ain't do nothing but hand the ball off all game and still won. So that's exactly what it is, man. But think about it the opposite way. If you was in that group and everybody sucked, like you thought they was going to handle it, you ain't hardly do no work, and you look up and everybody got an F. That's kind of how it is when it comes to the NFL, man. This is the ultimate team sport.
And listen, this is what I'm talking about, getting over the hump. Because he played fucking awful, you know, in these first two games that they won. Because remember, you know, he beat you know, the slander of the postseason performance while having his worst postseason stretch imaginable. But they won, so nobody gave a fuck no more. You know what I'm saying? Because look at this shit. His first game, he threw 3 interceptions in a playoff game. They fucked around and came back and won the motherfucker. He went 1 touchdown to 3 picks. We talk about Peyton Manning, right? Yeah. He finally had a defense to hold him down. The very next week, they played the Baltimore Ravens. That nigga threw no touchdowns or 2 interceptions. They fucked around. They found a way to win the football game. Went on to play the New England Patriots. Tom Brady, head-to-head. 1 touchdown and an interception. They found a way to win the fucking football game. Super Bowl, 1 touchdown and interception. So he ended up in that Super Bowl playoff run because the defense held him down. He only threw 3 touchdowns. He threw 7 interceptions. Had 8 total turnovers. He had a fumble loss as well. But that's what I'm talking about.
Must be nice.
That's the fuck I'm talking about, landlord. Niggas need this defense, man. Niggas need a defense. Dak Prescott need a defense.
Facts.
He said, can we talk about how bad Diggs has been the past 2 seasons? I ain't gonna say he's been bad. I'm gonna say he ain't been present. I'm gonna say the nigga ain't been here. He ain't been here in the last 3 years.
When we called Rowe, he said he didn't say anything.
Yeah, you just look back and you know, he had his helmet there with a mannequin on the motherfucker.
He had a stick figure sitting there.
Like,
I kind of look like I'm here, right?
Yeah, like his homeboy come back to him after class. Yeah, the teacher wrote you up. Like, man, damn, nigga, I had the mannequin there.
Mannequin now.
You supposed to write my name in, and the mannequin was gonna sit there, nigga. I had this shit thought out.
He mad at his partner for not signing him in.
Like, man, crazy. Come on now. You know that mannequin don't look nothing like you, nigga.
You supposed to did the little impersonation. You know how you throw your voice like a ventriloquist. You was prison. That's supposed to work. You tripping.
Yeah, the nigga just ain't been here or been healthy. Cause that's my thing with Diggs. Because in 2023 when he got hurt, he was on the verge of having his best year as a pro. He had came out that bitch going crazy them first 2 games.
He had like 3 turnovers in like 2 games.
Yeah, he was going crazy. He was going crazy because a lot of folks talk about that DeRon Bland pick 6 to start the game. Trayvon did hit stick a nigga and caused that pick 6. He didn't get no credit for it.
That's false, Hen. That's not true.
Trayvon Diggs came out like, bitch.
That's not true. Trayvon don't tackle people, so that can't.
You right.
Be true.
That was
AI.
That was an ocular illusion. You right. That shit did not happen.
That was AI.
But in the AI imaging, Trayvon Diggs came down and hit stick a nigga. The ball popped in the air, and DeRon Bland caught that bitch and ran in for a pick six. Then he had a big interception in the Jets game. You know what I'm saying? The very next week, and then he fucking tore his ACL in practice, nigga.
I'm blaming AI on all my mistakes. I know I'm off subject, but anything I do wrong, it was AI. But go ahead.
It's over with. But yeah, man.
It wasn't me. Shaggy.
So the year that he got hurt, he was hooping. But when he came back, it was a year removed from an ACL injury.
Let me say this, man, because I don't know why people can't stand Diggs so much. Why y'all want Diggs to be so bad? Like, of course, he's not been the great all-pro player that he was once, but I promise you, till this day, Trayvon Diggs is your best corner. So, I don't care what you want. I mean, I don't know how much you want to take that for. Like, I don't know if you want to take that as a diss to your other corners. Or,
it might be both. I
don't know how you want to do that, but I'm going to let you know, to this day, and I stand on that, Trayvon Diggs is your best corner. So, do with that as you may.
Yeah, dog. But I agree with you, because DeRon Bland got cooked too many times for me to have any respect for him anymore. So by default, Trayvon Diggs is your best corner.
Somebody
and he still
told y'all not to hire this nigga. Told y'all not to pay this nigga, man. I'm talking about as soon as we came out with the video not to pay him, what happened?
Cashed out.
The very next day they paid DeRon Bland. It might have been the same day. I'm not sure. Because it was a pre-recorded show.
Mm-hmm.
And like about time the video dropped, I think they had just paid him or something. And I was saying don't pay him.
But listen, the nigga been hurt. Man, Rebel got his ass cooked this last game. That man up there looked like hey, I don't know if y'all seen this. Y'all seen the niggas that spent all that money to get like 3 inches taller and they can't walk right?
Yeah, he had to get new legs and shit.
Yeah, that what Siobhan Rebel looked like. Siobhan Rebel out there bitch looking like the nigga that just had the height extension surgery, man. They had
even leg ass. It ain't perfectly the same. You know what I'm saying?
That nigga had the height BBL. That's what that nigga looked like. That nigga was out there bitch stiff as a motherfucker getting cooked.
Boy gonna die and go to heaven. God gonna be like, who the hell is you?
I didn't make you like that.
You are supposed to look like that.
And I love Rebel. I think after the knee brace come off, he'll be better. But why that nigga got that RoboCop knee brace on his leg? That bitch out there looking like this? Nah, nigga. That nigga ain't my best corner.
Contractable knee. Nah, I'm cool. Not on a corner, bro. Hell nah. I went, man.
That nigga be on every end breaker.
I wouldn't even tell nobody that was like my number one corner right there. If he got a big ass contraption on his knee. Nah, I'm good.
And listen,
cause like, who you gonna follow with that?
Nobody.
Who you gonna trail with that? Like, nah, I'm good. I want to see him do some live competitive reps against Ryan Flournoy. Just to let you know, like, can he really cover? And I like Flo, but we ain't gonna act like Flo is like a world beater, the greatest receiver in the league. If he can't cover Flo, he need to be off the field. Straight up. Real talk.
They said that Rebel. He said Rebel out there bitch look like Forrest Gump. Trying to run. I love Rebel too. This ain't even shade to the nigga, but the nigga leg look like we put that bitch back together.
Let's just and then he didn't go to me to get the ligaments. He went to the bootleg people. He went to the bootleg landlord, the AI landlord that got his ligaments. Cause he would have been better by now. You see, hey. They just hating on Trey. He got the real ligaments. You know what I'm saying? Why they want to let this man play here?
Who?
Trayvon Diggs. I don't think nothing wrong with him right now.
Do you know why I'm staying out of that?
Why?
The hurt nigga secretly being injured, not injured, I can't tell you. I can't tell you if he injured or not. Because he at this point he has the mark of you a hurt nigga. He got the mark of being a hurt nigga. This is 3 years strong.
So you saying that you won't put it past him if he actually is hurt?
Yeah. The
possibility of him actually being hurt.
Exactly. The possibility of him actually being hurt is so strong right now that even if there is some maniacal, evil bullshit going on, You know, it's like the boy that cried wolf. Like, nigga, ain't no wolf out here. But, you know, I come back after you called wolf the last time and your ass in shreds and he done ate your kidney and shit. You know, like, damn, my bad, but I wasn't finna come out here. I done came out here 4 times with no goddamn wolf.
He said still waiting on that kidney. Hey, it's on back order. I got you.
Yeah.
But let me paint this scenario for you, because this is the way
let's
feel
let's do the dream sequence, you know, like they got in the in the sitcoms.
Yeah. So let me paint this scenario for you, and I'm gonna see if you feel the same way.
All right.
Okay, let's say your girl went on a trip with the girls, right? Mm-hmm. She supposed to been back Sunday. Mm-hmm. Then you get a call. Hey, I ain't gonna be able to come back Sunday because we missed the flight. All right, but then you call back and she be like, well, nah, we could have got the flight, but you know what I'm saying, we gonna drive and we'll be back Tuesday. You're like, hold on now, which is it now? You just gave me 2 different excuses. Which is it? Like, did you miss the damn flight, or is you trying to drive, or is you trying to stay 2 days?
Correct.
So I asked you that question. Would you believe that?
Fuck no.
Okay, that's exactly what happened with Trayvon Diggs. He came into it hurt with a knee or something, and he was on the verge of being healthy, and then he got a concussion, and then now he just can't play. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was one thing, now it's another thing, now it's both things, and now he can't play. So do you still believe that scenario though?
Hold on, let me read his super chat and then I'll answer your question, my brother in Christ. He said, Henny Trey like the Tyron Smith of defense. That's all. Well, Tyron Smith will hurt every year. Well, shit. Hold on. Let me do the math. How long Trey been in the league?
Tyron Smith was a fucking legend though.
He is though. Tyron Smith is too
Tyron
good.
was that dude, bro.
Tyron Smith's too good to be compared to anybody.
It's like we can't laugh at somebody body failing him though.
But
it ain't
body
their
different.
fault. His body different, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think they said, you know what? I'm gonna be this great athlete, and then my body just gonna shut down all of a sudden.
Immediately.
That ain't what they wanted. You know what I'm saying? That's something that just comes with the game. Is uncontrollable. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, Derrick Rose would have had a nice long career
I used to love Derrick Rose.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Brandon Roy would have been a dope ass player and never just got hurt. You know what I'm saying? RG3 probably would have been a legend. Like, who the fuck knows? Like, can't nobody like dictate what happens when it comes to injury, bro. It's just one of those things, and that really lets you know how big of a dice roll these drafts is. Like, you don't know what that man's future gonna be. Shit, look at Sean Taylor. He got killed.
Yeah, Sean Taylor
was finna be incredible, bro. That dude was sensational. Like, no lie, like that was one of the better safeties that I like. He was one of my favorite, and he got killed. So, like, was that in anybody bingo card? Like, nope. You gonna be like, oh, he got. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's something that you just can't do. You can't dictate that.
Yeah, Trayvon needs some milk and he needs some more ligaments from LandLord. LandLord was upset with Alabama the day he sold him that first ligament.
Yeah. Nah, he might have been talking crazy. You know what I'm saying? Trey be talking crazy sometimes.
He do. I seen how the nigga talking to Dak and
he called Dak a
bitch ass nigga
in training camp and stuff. Like,
he's like, I got you, bitch ass nigga. Like, damn. He said, Dak said, look, I've been kicking your ass all day.
All game. Yeah. But nah, though, like, I think Trayvon Diggs is like a buzzword these days in Dallas, in Cowboy Nation. Like, he's an easy target. You know what I'm saying? Then, especially if you ride with the front office, you gonna look at him like, screw Trayvon. Like, you been against Trayvon if you just ride with the front office. I mean, the man had to drop a mixtape, a diss track against Jared just to try to keep his name clean.
I'm the realest nigga ever. He ain't talking
you know what I'm saying?
Nothing.
He said, F. Jared Jones, and you know what I'm saying? He came with a diss track trying to clear his name. So I just don't think. I understand. He it's frustrating. It's a frustrating situation. We seen him not play to the greatest level that we feel like he can play, but at the same time, man, like, just be patient. Like, cause if he come out here and ball out, then this won't be a conversation. If he come out here and be terrible, then we gonna dog his ass out, and then he probably won't be a Cowboy no more. It's gonna solve itself.
We're gonna take old Yellow, behind the barn and just go ahead and lay him
Put
down.
him to rest.
Yeah. If that happens, and that's why I was saying, man, these last 4 games is like an addition for the defense, man.
That situation gonna solve itself. I don't even think you need to worry about that.
Yeah, the last 4 games is an addition. Cause you don't play no more good healthy quarterbacks. Like J.J. McCarthy, is considered the worst starting quarterback in the league right now.
You just smoked Washington.
Yeah, we got it. They still recommend it's the worst, and they including Washington in this shit. They said it had the best start of his young career in a 31-0 win over Washington. He only had 163 yards.
He smoked them. That's crazy.
23 passes.
Wait a minute, it's some weird number shit going on. Oh no, man.
However, he still
you see 163, then you see 1623. What's going on here?
What you talking about?
You don't see the number correlation right there?
Oh, okay. 163, then 16 for 23. I see you saying.
God, are those the lottery numbers or something? What's going on?
Shit, we finna find out. We finna find
are those
the fuck
the winning
out.
lottery numbers or some shit like that? Why is that so, so close right there? I don't know.
You know what?
I just woke up. Y'all don't blame me. I'm crazy.
163, 1623. Bet. All right. I was gonna say that my mama played the lottery every damn day. I'm gonna send these numbers.
Send them to her. All I want is, like one.
Find us fee or some shit. All right.
Yeah, just throw me a little something.
Okay.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to be rich.
Find us fee or the find us fee. All right.
Yeah. If it's mama, then, you know what I'm saying? Just
Mama.
give me a dinner or something. Throw your boy a steak dinner or something. I'm good.
Extravagant steak dinner.
Yeah.
And then they said this nigga still complete on his 56% of his passes. He got 9 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. Passer rating is 67.4. It was just god awful. He is the 34th quarterback among qualified quarterbacks.
You know something I'm not going to do? I'm
What's
not
that?
going to sit here and dog him out with my defense. I'm not finna do it. Sorry.
That's why I said this is an audition. Because there is a standard. There is a standard moving forward. I already said before you got on the show, everybody that balled these last 4 games, they can stay. Anybody that looked like garbage juice, and fecal matter, they get the fuck out of town. Because we gotta build a winning culture and a winning defense. So quarterbacks like J.J. McCarthy, the standard is you make them look as bad as they actually are. That's the standard when you play a bad quarterback.
What they O-line look like?
Iffy. They like
interior.
Like middle of the pack. This should be a game where I also got to check on the health of Darrisaw. If Darrisaw is out, then there's going to be a huge blow to them. But they got an average offensive line.
Who they got at running back these days? I ain't looked at them.
You know who it is.
Who?
It's the Cowboy Killer.
Jones. Aaron Jones.
The Cowboy Killer, Aaron Jones.
Mm.
Dun, dun, dun.
That nigga had like 5 touchdowns one game, didn't he?
He went crazy. He had 3 that playoff game.
He went crazy on that.
Man, he from Texas. He loved playing the Dallas Cowboys. Grew up a fan. Probably wanted to be a Dallas Cowboy. And the best thing he could do is beat their ass when he see him.
Yeah.
I like Aaron Jones, though. He should cut his dreads because them bitches disintegrating. But
wow, he on that Wayne shit.
Man, Wayne shit look fuller than Aaron Jones.
Listen, we don't speak on Wayne though. Wayne can do whatever he want to do. Leave that man alone. That's Lil Wayne.
It's the lean to fuck that nigga up.
Leave Wayne alone, man. Let ghosts do what they do. Leave that man alone.
Now the 49ers, the Vikings defense super gangster. Like the Vikings got a gangster ass defense. They get more pressure than the Lions do.
Good grief.
And
Who they got at the edge?
They got a bunch of dudes. Let me pull up they whatchamacallit.
Yeah, put me down. I ain't had time to look at them yet.
They got Van Winkle. They got Van Winkle. They got normally a nigga named Van Winkle should not be gangster, but that nigga's amazing.
With a name like that, see, I'd be thinking in the reverse. Like, if you got a goofy ass name like that, you had to fight your whole life.
All my life.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you were around a bunch of dudes, like, you had to fight your whole life, bro. He probably gangster as hell. Like, real talk. As many fights as you could take, he probably got all of them.
Yeah, he probably unfuckwittable.
Yeah. And then, you know, when you fight a lot, you ain't even got to be tough. But if you fight enough, you'll end up being good and being tough. You know what I'm saying? Because you ready for the situation. Everybody know the dude who got picked on, and then next thing you know, a couple years later, he's a goddamn menace. Like, what is wrong with that man?
This is gonna have to literally take 60 seconds because I actually have to go now. But this is the team: Jonathan Allen, Javon Hargrave. I'm just gonna give you the names that you know.
Jonathan Allen over there now.
Isaiah Rodgers has been hooping for him. Andre Van Winkle is an All-Pro. Byron Murphy's good. Harrison Smith is still playing football at his old age, but he's still dope.
They got Dallas Turner from Alabama.
Yep.
Ian Pace, that's the linebacker we like.
Ivan Pace.
Ivan Pace, yeah.
They had Jeff Okuda, but his ass on IR.
You know I like the Jeff Okuda. A lot of people didn't like him, but I liked him.
Yeah, and offensively they still got Jordan Addison and Jettas. Matter of fact, Trayvon Diggs got to play just for this game because he don't ever have no problem with Jettas.
You ain't never had a Justin Jefferson problem, but y'all want to talk crazy about Trayvon Diggs. I don't get it.
Unblockable, unstoppable.
You ain't never had a Justin Jefferson problem while you had Trayvon Diggs. You ain't never had a scary Terry problem while you had Trayvon Diggs. It's several wide receivers who you ain't even had to worry about because you had Trayvon Diggs on your team.
All right. Hey, listen, I love Trey. He's going to probably play, and when he plays, he's going to play well.
Bro. It's all good though. I just want y'all to know that it's going to be a mistake and it's not a good move. But we make bad football moves all the time. And then we recover some kind of way. So, hey, let's see what happens.
God loves us.
Yeah, God is a Cowboy fan. So, hey, when we let Trey go, Revel going to become a Super Saiyan all of a sudden. Watch.
Yeah.
So,
I'm sure Revel will be fine next year. But
I think Revel going to be actually good, but I just don't have no confidence in him the way he is right now.
Hey, no brace, no case, nigga.
Yeah.
That
brace up off.
That brace come off, ain't got nothing to say about that, man.
I think he'll be good.
All right, but listen, I got to go back to work. There's bills to pay.
You ain't got to go to work, man.
I really
These
do.
people in the chat said they going to pay all your bills. They already told me. They sent me an email.
Listen, they send me enough super chats, you know. I'll spin the block later on.
They said HTM, we going to sponsor the liquor store. That's what they told me.
Bet. Well, hell, since y'all want to sponsor the liquor store, on the way out, hit that Cash App, hit that super
chat. They like,
chat.
Damn, man, when we said that.
They been said it. You know,
y'all been said that.
They been said it. All right, on the way out, hit that Cash App, hit that super chat, hit that share if you care, and slap the dog shit out of an Eagles fan. Cause them niggas eat shit. They down with pedophiles. They ugly. They can't read.
It's crazy.
And them niggas do fent, nigga. Yeah, so we don't give a fuck about no Eagles fan, man. They are shit eating pedophile apologists, man. Yes. And they do fent. They do drugs and they poor. Fuck them niggas. God bless America though. God bless the Cowboys. Texas is great. The South is great. Fuck your feelings.